Congressman Dennis Cardoza chaired the meeting of that House Subcommittee of Horticulture and Organic Agriculture that Dr. Atchison was testifying before. The Congressman joins me now. Good to have you with us.
Pleasure to be with you, Lou.
Congressman, I know that you've been following this throughout.
I have.
And I can't imagine your frustration level. But the idea that an official of the FDA could stand there responsible before you and your committee, and for the safety of the American people, and frankly just lay that out as if the previous 4 months hadn't transpired. How frustrated were you today?
Well, you add that in context with the fact that this is not the first time that FDA has testified in my committee. We have thought we were through this when we did the leafy green and the spinach scare a few years ago.
Right.
We told them they needed more money, if they needed more assistance to ask for it, we provide it. But it takes so long to get there. They've devastated the industry. Over $300 million lost to farmers, 1,300 people sick, and 2, 3, or more have actually died over this. Washington Post had a very effective story today about a person who only had one kidney and is permanently damaged from this. It's a very serious issue, and I'm very unhappy with it.
And do you know, Congressman, that the FDA wouldn't take the calls from Lou Dobbs, tonight's reporter who's been primary on this, Luis Giovanni, because they felt I was being too harsh in my criticism of them?
Well, they should listen to some of the folks that have been devastated by their lack of action.
But how is it that we get to a point in this country where the United States Congress doesn't have enough power or influence over a government to say to its leadership, you are responsible for the lives of American people, we are serious people, and we are Americans, and we deserve a government that works? How complicated is that?
It sounds exactly like what I told him today at the hearing. It was very frustrating.
What happens next?
Well, we're going to continue to look at this. We're going to try and propose legislation. There is 3 serious pieces of legislation that would mandate food tracking. I was very disturbed today to find out that less than 0.5% of all the produce that comes across the border actually ever gets tested in any way. And that doesn't get tested for everything when they get tested. There's no background screening. We don't really know nearly enough about what's coming across the border. That's fine if you don't care, but we subject our farmers to very stringent rules.
If you don't live in America.
But my point is they should have to apply by the same rules that we do, and that's all we ask. And our farmers need that protection. Our people need that protection. Congressman,
we've reported here now for literally years, as our food imports have risen about 20% of the food supply, our inspections have declined to, as we pointed, to less than 1%. 30 years ago, we were watching the FDA do 50,000 inspections. Today, they're doing a third of that. This is utter madness. This White House, is there any possibility, as a lame duck president, that they're going to do anything serious, responsible, and important for the American consumer?
Well, we are seeing them finally move towards country of origin labeling. As you said, it's taken way too long. Clearly, we need to, this country, our farmers produce some of the safest food in the world. And I think there are other countries that also produce safe food. I don't even think that what we're seeing is fair to Mexican farmers, frankly.
You don't think it's fair?
Congressman,
can I ask you a question?
Let me just say this.
I have to say to you, you have been at the forefront on this, but this is not an issue about being fair to other countries. This is an issue of protecting the American consumer. There is no other interest at all on the table here.
I'll just say this, that it's unfair to our farmers, it's unfair to our consumers. I would say that the one bad actor in Mexico is also unfair to Mexican farmers as well, because they were devastated in this. Everybody gets harmed when there's a food safety outbreak. That's what I was trying to convey to you, Lou. I think it's a terrible situation. I think that what has happened here is just dreadful. And I think our FDA, as I said in our hearing today, just dropped the ball on this and should have done a much better job.
Well, we appreciate your at least providing oversight over an organization that has no leadership and no leadership with any character whatsoever are apparently any sense of responsibility to the American consumer. We hope that your oversight
we'll keep on it, Lou.
moves them to action. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congressman Cardoza, thank you very much.